Hey folks, welcome back for more Let's Play the Pandora Directive. If you recall, we just had a little talk with Regan, and although we walked away with her puzzle box in our possession, it kind of disturbs me that shortly after she learns about her father's death that she's already talking about the money, and that's why she's worried about us helping her. Little suspicious, that, if you ask me. But no matter. Maybe we can go back to our office and maybe take a look at that puzzle box. Or we can have a message that we have to answer. Or the phone's ringing, one of the two. Message.
Listen, Murphy. I've got a proposition for you. Give me a call when you get this.
Propositions all over the place. Well, let's call her.
Hey, Murphy.
Okay, what's the deal?
You followed up on the auto tech tip I gave you, right?
Yeah, turned out to be an NSA front.
But you got inside.
Not as far as you know.
Call it a hunch. Anyway, I need you to get something for me. It's a file with documentation on an NSA project called Operation Euphoria. It's kept in the NSA evidence room in the Autotech building.
How do you know all this?
Let's just say I've gotten to know some useful people. So what do you say? If you can get me the file, I'll trade you information or maybe something else. I've got access to anything you want. Just name it.
Well, that sounds like a pretty useful trade, actually. So let's ask, since we got that thing about the anagrams, right? Remember? We opened up that book and he was trying to anagram the front title of it.
There is a favor you can do for me. You ever heard of a book called There Are Messages from Outer Space?
Sure. It's like a Bible for UFO nuts.
Well, I've got reason to believe that someone made an anagram out of the title. I need to find a computer program that'll check out all the possible anagrams.
Well, that's easy. I know the guy who does the anagrams down here at the paper. I'm sure he can take care of it. Might take a few days, though.
That's okay. Just get it as soon as you can. I'll see what I can do to retrieve the Operation Euphoria file. Anything else?
Yeah. My contact got me a pass key. I guess you'll need it to get to the file. I'll send it over by express courier.
All right. I'll let you know when I'm ready to make the swap.
I can't help you, but I'll... That's not... Seems to me I've heard that name in connection with the UFO industry. I don't know anymore.
Well, he wrote a book.
I've never read it myself. Popular with the UFO junkies, though. Horton was with the NSA. He was the right-hand man of a higher-up named Jackson Cross.
Okay. Elijah Whip.
Are you going to ask me about every person you ever heard of?
No, I think we've got all the information we need out of you. Let's exit. No, I don't want to delete the mute message.
Well, now that I got Purnell's key, at least getting into the locker at the NSA should be easy.
Getting to... And we have a phone call.
Hello there. I'm glad I caught you at home.
We don't have time for this. Really?
Well, it's a good thing you didn't drop by in person, because my housekeeper's on the rampage again.
If I dropped by, I'd just mess up your apartment anyway.
Slow down,
What'd you
Tex.
find out?
Well, not much. About the only thing I could figure out was toward the end of the notebook. There were quite a few references to OE, EW, and AE, but I'm not sure what they stand for.
Well, the E and the W could be directions or compass points. And the OE stands for Old English, but that doesn't seem very relevant. Whatever they mean, I get the feeling they're leading to something really big. Everyone and their dogs want to get their hands on your father's work.
As soon as we find out what these initials stand for, we'll be halfway to a fortune.
I don't know. Maybe your father
Thank
was
you,
keeping
Tex.
this under wraps for good reason. When we find out what this is all about, we may decide that whatever he learned shouldn't be let out into circulation.
What are you talking about? That's why we're in this. For the money.
Look, your father wanted to keep this work away from the NSA, and I think that's an omen.
We won't sell it to them. We'll only sell the information to the right people.
What if it's not that simple? What if it's something that would be better locked up forever?
That's not an option. It was my father's work, so by rights it's mine now.
That's not the
You
way
can have
this
a piece
works.
of the action, or I can do it alone. Now I think you should give me back that box I gave you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Neither do I.
You don't have the right to keep it from me. It's mine.
That's not the point.
You're right, Tex. I'm being foolish and irresponsible. If there's nothing terrible about what we find, we'll make a lot of money and live happily ever after.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. But for now, I just want you to sit tight. I have a feeling things are going to get a little sticky from now on. Those initials you found may refer to other people who received boxes from your father. I'll see what I can turn up. Give me a call if anything else occurs to you.
All right, Tex. I'll be here. Please be careful.
So we got some initials, did we? Huh. So we got a few things we need to do here. We need to get back to Autotech and look around the NSA. We need to see if we can find out a little bit more about Dag Horton and the NSA connection. And we might even need to... Well, I need to go back and do that CD with all the information, all the other information that one disc had on it. But for now, how about we go talk... Well, since Dag Horton died, there's one logical place he ended up. The police station. So let's see if we can get... Or you ended up at the morgue, I mean. But maybe, just maybe, Mac Malden has some info.
What can I do for you, Murphy?
Yeah.
Look, Mac, I need your help. I know Dag Horton was an NSA agent, but I gotta find out why he was posing as the Black Arrow killer. Now, this could be a matter of life and death. For me.
Come on, Murphy. You know they don't tell me anything. Especially not when the NSA's involved. I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Man, you gotta be able to figure out something to tell me.
Well, I do know one thing. I know where they took the body. It's down at the county forensics lab. Listen, I know the guy that runs the place. Maybe I can get you in and you can have a little time to take a look around. That's it. That's all I can do for you.
That'll be enough.
Maybe that'll be enough.
And that is all we need to talk to you about. Because we've got to check out the body. Well, not so much the body. But we've got to see if he was carrying anything.
For the second time in a
when he
week,
died.
Mac comes through for me. Now, that's a new record for him. When I get to the morgue, the door's unlocked and the coroner has conveniently gone out for a long lunch.
Now, there are actually a few things to look at around here.
That gurney looks about as comfortable as one of those Craft-O-Matic beds. Well, it's interesting, but not too useful to me right now.
So we will start by...
Nice tools. Ideal instruments to pull, poke, and prod. But I guess they don't get too many complaints.
We will start by grabbing everything that isn't nailed down, which is that scalpel. Pretty much the only thing we can actually get in here.
This reminds me of one of my favorite songs. The hip bone connected to the leg bone. Nice tools. I wonder if there's one around here on female anatomy.
Focus, Tex.
There's a yellowy liquid in this cup. It's probably lemonade.
We hope. Anyway.
The stuff in these beakers looks pretty sticky.
Well, let's not examine too
microscope.
closely.
These skulls look pretty healthy. My head's been hit so many times my cranium x-ray looks like the tributaries to the Amazon. I wonder if there's one around here on female.
Well, even the scientists aren't immune.
Nice calendar. Maybe I'll start shopping at Fred's.
Aren't immune from having pin-up calendars.
Looks like it's locked. Lost and found. I'll bet there's some fun items in here. Wow. Someone decapitated Mr. Clean. This label says Abby normal. I hope someone doesn't accidentally use this brain.
That could be a disaster.
Ugh, eyeballs. I bet someone's been looking all over for these.
But
So, This is where Louis shops for his brains and eggs special. Lost and found. A strap-on shoe. I deduce chicanery took place at the coroner's annual three-legged race.
You never know.
I wonder if the owner knows it's lost. You don't see something like this every day.
No, you don't.
Looks like it. This cabinet says... Well, it's good to see they've got additional storage capacity. From the looks of these damaged craniums, I'd say these are the remains of Curly, Larry, and Moe. It's Pug! I always wondered what happened to him after I tossed him out of my office.
Well, at least he's not in a water cooler anymore.
The sink is spotless. Eye wash fountain. I'll bet eyes come from miles around to bathe in this fountain. And a clean morgue is a happy morgue. This drawer. That drawer looks...
Promising but empty.
This drawer... Nothing in here.
And the rest of those are all locked. There's only one thing we haven't looked at in this room yet, besides that fire extinguisher. Can I even look at the fire extinguisher?
In case one of the cadavers starts playing with matches.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of things I haven't looked at yet.
Refrigerated storage unit.
And you know what they keep in those.
Well, there's always room for more. Refrigerated... And the cause of death for this guy's obvious.
Yep.
Dag Horton. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather see in here.
Well, it's good to know he's safely tucked away in there. But now, what we really came in here for, personal items.
These drawers are labeled with letters. They probably contain some personal belongings brought in with the dearly departed. Maybe Horton had something on him.
Maybe?
G through I, and Horton starts with H. Looks like it's locked.
Well, here's a spoiler. You won't find a key. But we have this.
G through I.
Yeah, I'll need to raise up the view and look down.
I'll bet Mr. Horton has something useful in his wallet.
Not just a condom either, it's a code. Well, a card with a code on it. Building control. Dag Horton, passcard number 773348. Carry this passcard with you at all times. Use the passcard number to identify yourself when communicating with the Sweetwell Customer Service Center. Send the contact authorization schedule changes in writing to the above address.
File cabinet key.
File cabinet key, you say?
This looks identical to the key I found in Horton's office.
And it is, with good reason. Take a guess where we're going to use that, folks. Well, we're not going to use it this time, simply because I'm just about out of time for this video. So, I am going to save the game here. Once again, like always, save, file save, okay. And I will see you guys next time when we take that code and this key and go invade the Autotech/NSA offices just a little more closely and try to get Lucia's disc back along with whatever else they have stored in there. So, hope to see you next time, folks. Take care, everyone.